So I'm very sure a lot of you saw the flyer concerning this particular program, but then there's a need for us to know in detail exactly why we're gathered here. And to do that for us is the Dean of Student Affairs in the person of Mr. Martin Owusu-Amoama. Please, let's give him a round of applause.
Thank you very much, and good morning to you all. As you have stepped foot here in Accra Technical University, I want to take some few minutes to go through a quick guide. One or two things you must know about the institution, and then we will continue with the program. So this is just a brief outline. I'll be brief about it. The institution is Accra Technical University. I get very sad when I still hear people referring to my institution as Accra Polytechnic. No. Indeed, it began as Accra, as a technical institute way back in 1949. We are in the year 2024, so if you do quick mathematics, it means that we are 75 years this year. So, started as a technical institute in 1949. Then in 1993, it became Accra Polytechnic, elevated to the status of a technical university in 2016. So we are one of about 10 technical universities in the country. We have two campuses. Where we find ourselves now is the Kibu campus, and then we also have another campus called the Mpemwase campus. At the right time, you all pay visit to the place. Now, you must understand that there's leadership everywhere that you go. From where you are coming, the secondary schools, there was a headmaster, there was an assistant headmaster, etc., etc. So, at the tertiary level, in Accra Technical University, we begin with what we call the Governing Council, which is made up of government appointees, made up of experts from industries, from stakeholders, and also from some internal members. We refer to them as the Governing Council. So the Governing Council is chaired by one Dr. Wilfred Kwabena Enim Odame. What does the council do? It gives the policy direction. So it decides that yes, this is the way we want to go. This is what we want to do. But this will actually be implemented by the management of the school. So the highest decision-making body is also called the academic board. The academic board. And it will normally see to all the academic activities in the school. The academic board is a bit large, so whenever they are unable to meet, we have the executive committee of the academic board. That meets also to take decisions and informs academic board. Now, still on the governance structure, I likened it to having a headmaster way back at the senior high school. Here, we don't call the individual a headmaster. We call the individual the Vice Chancellor. Say it after me, Vice Chancellor. Vice Chancellor. Say it again. Vice Chancellor. I'm doing this for emphasis. So you don't go out there and say that, oh, the head of the school, oh, the chief executive officer said this. No. At the tertiary level, the overall boss is the Vice Chancellor. So after the Vice Chancellor, the one who deputizes for the Vice Chancellor is called the Pro, not Assistant Vice Chancellor, no, but Pro, as in P-R-O, so Pro Vice Chancellor. So ladies and gentlemen, we are so privileged to have in our midst, if at the right time you'll be introduced. But once I have the platform, let me also do just a quick introduction. Shall we all put our hands together and welcome our acting Vice Chancellor, Professor Amefi Akaku. You'll hear from him very soon. So you will see that his name is repeated here. Currently, he's the acting Vice Chancellor, but he doubles as the deputy to the vice chancellor. So he's deputizing for himself. So that is why you see Pro Vice Chancellor here also, and his name repeated. So we also have the registrar who is in charge of all the administrative wing of the school. So the registrar, let's also put our hands together and welcome Dr. Mrs. Sylvia Beatrice. Thank you. So we are so privileged because it's not easy at all getting all these officers in our midst. We have the Director of Finance at the right time. He also showed up. We have other key officers like the University Librarian. So the University Librarian, she will also come. We will introduce all of them to you. Director of Internal Audit, Director of West and Fiscal Development. Then we also have, so these are key officers. There are 7 of them. Then we have principal officers. The Chancellor, I mentioned Vice Chancellor, and Vice connotes a deputy. Meaning the Vice Chancellor must have a boss. So that person is the Chancellor. However, he, I would say, is in a ceremonial position. But as for the day-to-day activities, running of the university is all in the hands of the Vice Chancellor. Good. So, I introduce Professor Akagovi to you. So he is up here. Look at him very well. Anywhere you see him, you can identify him as such and recognize him as such. That's the registrar, Dr. Mrs. Sylvia Beatrice upon Mensah, and that is the finance director of finance. So the government structure, we also have what we call the directorates, several of them, but the ones that will interest you the most will be that of academic affairs. So Madam Rosalind Abochi will be introduced to you in due course. We have quality assurance, ICT, because in this age where we find ourselves, especially post-COVID, most of our activities have gone online, and ICT is key. Public affairs is a directorate, etc., etc. So the Pro Vice Chancellor is also directly in charge of the academic work, and is supported by the deans of faculties and academic heads of departments. Every one of you seated here is here because you want to study a particular program. But the program you want to study is run by a department. And the department also falls under a faculty. So the head of the faculty is called the dean. The dean. Currently, we have 5 faculties. Faculty of Applied Arts, Faculty of Applied Sciences, Faculty of Built Environment, Faculty of Business, and then Faculty of Engineering. So please, before you leave this room, 3 things I want you to be able to tell me anywhere that I meet you. Is first of all, your program of study, what you are studying. I'm studying HND Mathematics, HND Statistics. Under which department? Under the Department of Mathematics and Statistics. Under which faculty? Faculty of Applied Sciences. So that is the first assignment that I have for you. And each student belongs to a department. You cannot belong to 2 or more departments. These are some documents which we will make them available. When you get them, take time and read them. The ones in bold are a must. The ATU statutes, examination of practices and sanctions is very important so that you don't find yourself at the wrong side of the law. Sexual harassment policy. We take all these things very seriously. Students' handbook. The SRC Constitution, the SRC Students Representative Council. So the leadership is here. They'll be introduced to you. Get the Constitution. Because now you're in year 1. I know that some of you may be eyeing SRC positions very soon. So why not be conversant with the Constitution? We will make all this available to you. CT vet guide, etc., etc. What is our philosophy as an institution? Education and training for employment and job creation. We don't want you to complete and then you go and join the bandwagon of unemployed graduate association. No. But the skills that we impart in you should be able to also create jobs for others. So that's our philosophy, and it's our vision statement. As for that, you cannot paraphrase it. So know the vision statement, know the mission statement also. These are the values that anywhere you find an Accra Technical University student, at least one of these 10 institutional values. And the acronym here is I practice. I for innovation, professionalism, resilience, accountability, creativity, transparency, integrity, competence, and excellence. Then the anthem you just sang. We picked 3 of these values: integrity, creativity, and excellence as our motto. So those 3 have been explained there. We'll give this document to you so you have enough time to go through. Then our logo of Accra Technical University, basically made up of the shield, the golden book, and the golden key. So what the shield refers to, what the golden book stands for, what the golden key also stands for. So that's the logo. That is where we have our shield. So this is the shield taken from the logo of the previous one when we were a polytechnic. So that's the golden book opened up there, and that is the golden key, representing the letters of Accra Technical University. So A is here, that long shaft here is the T, and this is the U. If you take a close look at it, you see. I'll skip the school anthem because we have beautifully sung it this morning. Please, it is a must. Just like the national anthem, the school anthem, it is a must. Once you identify yourself as being a member of the ATU family. So these are the verses and the refrain. The office of the DOSA. The DOSA is Dean of Student Affairs. And I'm happy to be the very first person to welcome you onto ATU campus. Basically, you are here for academic work, and the faculties and departments will take care of that. But any other thing which you will require, which concerns you aside academics, is the duty of the office of the Dean of Student Affairs. So I stand here as the Dean. My deputy, my vice dean, should show up very soon, should be introduced to you, and then all the other officers who also work in there. And our job is to help you to succeed. We are not coming to teach you anything that is the academic side indicated for, but all other things, your welfare, your well-being, studying in a congenial atmosphere, all other things, it is our duty. So these are the areas that we, so these are the officers, the areas that we oversee. The Directorate of Guidance and Counseling, Sports, Recreation and Leisure, so all the sportsmen and women here will create that platform for you to also exhibit your skills. The clinic, Students Financial Support Services, we'll pick on these one by one and take you through. So this about guidance and counseling. That's about sports and our achievements. We continue to achieve. On December 17th, we made so much noise when we were able to handle and beat the University of Ghana male basketball team. Clap for us. So, we are very, very good in sports, both national and international. And these are some of our achievements so far. So come and add on to it. We also oversee the hostels. We have the old hostel, and the new hostel, the ATU clinic, the financial services, beneficiaries, you may not qualify now, wait, because you have just come to us. Let us go through at least 1 year and then see that indeed you have come to stay. Then you continue to enjoy the benefits. These are other directorates which you will also come in contact with, and they will be of help to you. Finally, the Student Representative Council and the related activities. Governance at every level. So also at the student level, we make sure that you also have that leadership. And I'm happy to have my SRC executive committee here. They will be introduced to you. So here they are, 10 of them. They will be introduced to you at the appropriate time. In conclusion, my dear brothers and sisters, Accra Technical University, we've opened our arms, we've welcomed all of you in here. But don't take things for granted. Abide by all the rules and regulations. Please abide by all the rules and regulations, and take information from the right sources. Do not rely on hearsays. Oh, I hear that this and this and this and that. Oh, I hear so and so. No. Get the information that you require from the right source. Also, you have come fresh. Today is day 1. You may not know the next person seated to you, but you strike acquaintance. I beg you, don't fall into bad company. Know the person you want to befriend. Know the person that you would want to have some chat with. Don't just jump and cling on to anyone at all that you meet. However, you'll be responsible for your own actions and inactions. You find yourself at a place where a bell will not be rung for you to assemble. We don't do that. Today we are all here for the purpose of orientation. We may meet another time for a different purpose. But on daily basis, there's no assembly. Therefore, you will be responsible for your own actions and inactions. Thank you very much for this opportunity. Once again, you are welcome.
All right, so a lot has been said, and some of the officers have been introduced to you already, but then it's in order and proper that we reiterate and then also acknowledge the presence of the other officers who are here. So to do that for us is the Deputy Registrar and then Director. It's in the person of Mrs. Foster Killian. Please, a round of applause for her.
Thank you, Manas. Good morning. How are you? Good. My duty is simple, just to let you know the dignitaries at the desk and other places. So I'll start with the SRC President, your President, Mr. Samuel Dawson. Please let us see. Let's welcome him with a round of applause. So that's the SRC President. With him is his vice. Aurelius K. Fedope. Have I got it? Fiadope. Can do better. Okay. Thank you. We have also in our midst Mrs. Juliana Abrego Kobo, the head of unit in the Dean of Students Affairs office. So Julie. Then we have the Deputy Registrar and Director Academic Affairs in the person of Miss Rosalie Aboji. Please, let's. So is the one who has given you all the admissions signed by the registrar. So let us do it for her again. Well, you've already met the man in action, your dean, your father, who is going to see to all the welfare issues that concern you. So help me once more welcome Mr. Martin Ozu Amon. Okay. So, we have some officers that are not present here, and when they come, we'll introduce them. So help me please welcome the Registrar of Accra Technical University, the premier, the first Technical University, Dr. Mrs. Sophia Beatrice Upon Mensa. So, Madam, let's see you. Are you hungry already? Yes. Oh, because you don't give us a lot of claps. Please, let's show some appreciation. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We have the lady behind the nice gentleman there. She is Professor Alice Constant Mensah, the Dean, Faculty of Applied Sciences. That's the lady, Professor. So ladies, aspire. So I hope you heard this, the Dean of the Faculty of Applied Sciences. Later on you will be giving the breakdown of those under the Faculty of Applied Sciences. Well, I will add to the introduction to what Mr. Amoma has already said about the Vice Chancellor. He is an engineer and he's a professor in electrical engineering. He is both the Pro-Vice Chancellor and the Acting Vice Chancellor. Please, with a round of applause, let's welcome Engineer Professor Amebi Akagoha. So that is your Acting Vice Chancellor, 2 in 1. So we have one of the directors. He should be up there. He is in charge of quality assurance of the university. His office ensures that your learning should be well planned and well executed. He is a lecturer, senior lecturer at, well, I don't normally know which of the departments, medical laboratory science. Please, with a round of applause, let's welcome Dr. Henry Kojo Hartman. So please, Doctor, you can take your seat out there. You know, we have, well, the name is not here, but we have one of the officers from the university library. And please welcome, what's the name again? Emily. Emily. Thank you. So I will pause here and then introduce the senior officers as and when they arrive. So you can also clap for me too. I have finished. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam. And I am Norman as Secretary of Public Affairs. I also deserve a clap. Thank you. So it's now time for the welcome address, and we have no other person to welcome you through an address than our own registrar and the person of Dr. Mrs. Sylvia Okomesa. Please let's welcome her with an address.
Thank you very much. Good morning to everyone. Good morning once again. We thank God for this day. And a brief welcome address from the Registrar on behalf of management and all staff to you all, 2023-2024 academic year group. The Acting Vice Chancellor, management members present, Dean of Students Affairs, Deans of Faculties, Directors present, Heads of Department, Faculty Officers, other senior members present, SRC executives, freshmen and women. You know that you're a freshman and a fresh woman. Yes, we don't call you Form 1. Freshman and fresh woman. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It gives me immense pleasure to extend to you very warm greetings on behalf of management and staff of Accra Technical University, aka ATU. And it excites me most to see young men and women from every nook and cranny seeking to climb higher the academic ladder. It's a joy to see that many of you are here. I say Akwaba to you all, to your number one choice as far as technical education is concerned. Alright? Good. Accra Technical University, the preferred technical university, aims at contributing to Ghana's employment and human resource capacity building by providing you with quality education. During this period, it's a special time, and I want to congratulate you sailing through your WASI exams and our rigorous admission system. You must therefore count yourself blessed for being part of this noble institution. My dear students, the orientation marks your official reintegration into the university community to ensure you become part and parcel of the system. As you would soon be told, there are rules and regulations, and each of them shall be applied to the latter should you breach it. Seize every opportunity during this period of orientation to familiarize with the university community, to ensure you are properly integrated into this university. As the Dean said, don't rely on hearsay, for ignorance is no excuse. So goes the saying. As a caring mother, I wish to urge you to take your studies seriously. Learn from the ants in Proverbs chapter 6 from verse 6 to 10 and make conscious effort to study hard for an outstanding performance. You should therefore have a high sense of reasoning regarding your actions and inactions. The choices you make today to a large extent shall have great impact on you in the future. At this point, I would like to dispel any form of fear in you. You are at home in Accra Technical University. Management has instituted safe and sound measures to ensure the security of all freshmen and women. Thus notwithstanding, you are advised to exercise great deal of caution to avoid falling prey to some opportunists who might want to take advantage of your teething period on campus. Be wise as serpents and harmless as doves. So if you see anybody wearing something like this, know the person is the staff of the university. Don't just fall prey into the hands of imposters. Looking at our environment, you should be very smart. My dear students, I want to assure you that management has provided an environment conducive to learning and, for that matter, for your stay. Once you burn the midnight oil, you would surely excel. I rather urge you to make every effort to enjoy your stay than to incur the brunt of the rules. Please take good care of your health and eat well. Sleep well. Sleep well to be refreshed all the time to undertake your career activities. I said eat well, but it's very good. Yeah. So eat well. Don't eat too many oily foods, fried things. Eat well. Other social activities are held here for students. Get involved, but manage your time very well. For the prime reason being here is for your studies. Other activities are there, as the Dean of Students mentioned. There are a lot of them you'll be informed. So choose your time very well. Manage your time very, very well. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, I say akwaba to you all. You are most welcome to this our enviable institution of choice, Accra Technical University. May you have a productive stay. I said what? A productive stay. So that by the end of your program year, where you are leaving with a good class, with other exposures and experiences, so that you'll be a whole young man and young woman. We wish you all the best. May the Lord protect you and lead you as you come to join our family. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Please, let's do it again for her. Thank you. So it's now time for us to take an address from the Acting Vice Chancellor, Professor Amebi Akabubi. We're trying to work around the situation so that we can get a PA system so that everybody here can have a lesson here to whatever it is that our Acting Vice Chancellor will come and say. So kindly be patient with us. We're putting measures in place. Yeah. Oh, what's in class?
I know you wanted me to come and shout here so that I'll be hot whilst you are smiling. But God is with me. The light has come. God is with me. I was wondering what was happening because we were looking for chairs because I was not comfortable seeing a lot of people standing outside there. We've been able to solve that, then the light is gone. So I wanted to ask whether there are people putting their feet on the ground here. Good morning. I know, Alex, I'm really excited. I'm excited looking at the numbers gathered here today. And at the same time, I'm a bit disturbed. I must say that I'm a bit disturbed looking at the same numbers because it tells that ATU is really growing and our institutions and our capacity in the auditorium is small. We should be able to get all of you seated comfortably. But unfortunately, I think this auditorium can take about 400 people. And then when I look at the number of people who are not sitting, it can be equally half or even the same amount. So we are about 600 or 800 people here, if I'm not making any mistake. So clap for yourself, you've done well. As the previous speaker have said, orientation is a very important assignment. And you are going to discover a lot of important assignments on the way. This is the first one to introduce you to the rules, regulations, and how we behave, our culture as a community in Accra Technical University. Subsequently, you may have to go through what is called matriculation. Matriculation is more or less a ritual. Matriculation and graduations, they are rituals. And if you don't perform those rituals, you are not deemed to be a student. So take note of that. You will be called to do something similar, and then people will usher you into the studentship. You become a student. And when you complete your program and you want to leave, you do another ceremony that is called graduation. That will confer the degree certificate on you. All is very important. Then let's start today's one by the orientation. I hope you are not tired. I hope you are not tired. You see, you are maybe I'm not feeling the excitement. If not, I will let you sing the anthem before I start. I'm not started. And once you call a professor, I can talk 2 hours, 3 hours. Are you ready to stand it? Or you want to sing first? You are tired? Okay, thank you. So the registrar, the director of finance, the director of internal audit, you need to know them all. I think the pictures will be given to you in the presentation. The university librarian. Your name was called, you were not here. Are you here now? I think I've seen you. Please kindly stand, let us see you. University librarian is here. The director of work, and then all academic deans. I think you understand what deans mean now. They are the heads of the faculties, and under the faculty you have the department. So they are the directors of all your schools. So the deans, you have one here and the others are coming. Then the heads of department, and then members of staff, and our SRC president and vice president. I like your attire. You have told me I will wear the same tie, because I have one. Next time, eh? And then, dear freshmen and women, you are welcome. Good morning and welcome to Accra Technical University. It is actually a delight for me to be here speaking with you today. I am extremely happy and excited about this new beginning of your academic path. There are many things that happen in the life of people, but there are few things you remember. And I think that you need to listen to this speech very well so that it guides you the rest of your academic journey at Accra Technical University. Our university provides, as the registrar mentioned, a serene and conducive environment for academic and professional development. Yes, you get these two things here, academic and professional development. We are not just forming people academically, but professionally. When you get out of here, you have the profession at hand and you can exercise it in the industry. I assure you that you will enjoy your stay here. That I assure you. Say amen. Amen. So cherish every beautiful opportunities and memory and make the best of every opportunity that comes to you. This orientation program is designed to get you freshmen well acquainted with the university rules and regulations and help you acclimatize yourself with the new environment in which you find yourself. Dear students, you must count yourself privileged to be part of few chosen among quite a lot. Just a look at the statistic yesterday, we have sold about 12,000 vouchers for people who want to come and join Accra Technical University. And we have admitted and got among something getting to 5,000, 4,000 getting 5,000 here. So it tells you that the rate up to now is even less than half. I think 12,000 divided by 2 is 6,000, isn't it? So 5,000 is lower than 6,000. It tells that, yes, we are not the university we receive anybody anyhow. You must meet the criteria. Okay, so please clap for yourself, you've done well. So once you are here, you must therefore resolve individually and also collectively. It's a collective effort, okay? To take your studies seriously in order to achieve your main objective of being here, that is to earn a certificate. I assure you that our hardworking academics and administrative staff who are here present are ready to deliver value for money service to help you achieve your goals. But then, let's begin to have a few reflections. And this is where the speech really starts for me. I'll throw you a question. Who is a university student? In your view, who is a university student? You see, it's about time we make the difference between the university student clearly here and then the student we have been in our previous studies, either at the technical school, at the senior high and all this. There is something that makes you different when you enter the university. We see the university student as an independent individual. You see, the word independent should be emphasized here. He's required to make decisions for himself or herself in a very fast and technologically inclined environment. The university of today is no more the university of yesterday. Let no one deceive you. To do things in the old way, the archaic way are gone. Things are done using ICT and technology, registration, this and that. Information passes so fast. And you need somebody who is sound, who is a sound mind, that can read things, discern things, take decisions quickly. In the old days, people do for you. It is time for this. Then they are pushing you. You must do this, you must do that. Here you must do yourself. All we have to tell you is to put the information out there on the notice board that, look, you must register by using this procedure. This is the deadline. The university student is that who is capable of discerning this information and making good use of it. Because the moment you make wrong use of this information, you are entrapped in troubles. And you see, failure in the university doesn't even come only in the classroom when you fail an exam or whatsoever. When you fail to register, the failure starts from there. When you fail to pay on time, when you fail to read information and do what is required from you, this is how failure starts. This is an independent person who understands that from today, he makes decisions for himself. He doesn't need another person to tell him. That autonomy, that independence must come into you. It is one that is required to exhibit maturity in receiving information, communicating his opinion and challenges, addressing his issues on time. Why must we always have people who are not able to register on time, who cannot write the exam, who have this challenge or the other challenge, for which the solution has been prescribed? It's because they fail to agree that they are really university students. They still take themselves in the old days. You must change that perception. Be autonomous. Be independent. Tell your neighbor, be independent. Make your own decisions. And do them on time. You got to do that on time. University student, it is good to comply with the regulations of the university while you pursue the acquisition of 3 things: knowledge, skills, and attitude. These are the three things. Whatever field you find yourself, there will be quite a huge volume of knowledge. And personally, because we are a TVET institution, we emphasize on the skills, what your hand can do, not just the brain, but what you can use your hand to transform. It is here people have discovered their destiny. You know, how to be creative, fashion people, ACM, and what have you. And attitude. We emphasize on attitude at Accra Technical University. We don't want to train people who are on the way doing very, very unethical things with the skills they have acquired. It's very good to be very skillful to be capable of building a bomb, for instance. But is it ethical? It's not. It's good to use your skill for a very good, cause, rather than using it wrongly. Please, let's be careful. These are the three things that we give here at we impart onto students at Accra Technical University, and we hope that you will take them seriously. Now, coming back to you, as I define the university student, you may realize that there is a lot of emphasis on you, so you have a big role to play. You have a big role to play. It's an approach where the service provider has a role to play, but then the customer has a role to play. Until the two of them come on board correctly, and nothing moves. And so your part to play will be to be very disciplined and focused on your vision. When you are focused on the vision of attaining that certificate, when you are focused on the vision of acquiring that skill that you lack, that perhaps will open the opportunity for the job, then again, you are here to succeed. What specifically must you look at? It's very important. I don't mind. You see, I told you I will speak, but I don't mind if you take some notes, because I don't know whether you have the chance to hear this again. Take some notes. Because when the life of the university starts, it's so enjoyable that sometimes you forget everything. Please take some notes and play them again and say that this man was saying so many things that day. If you pick even two, it's okay for me. I will say plenty so that people will have the choice. What specifically must you look at? Number one, let's talk about consciousness of time. Consciousness of time. When you are in the old days and you are not a university student, because everything must be done for you, somebody must wake you up. Sometimes if you are not doing fast, they must push you, they must do this. It's no more like that. As a student, you must endeavor to be time conscious. Please tell your neighbor, write something. Time consciousness. You need to be time conscious. Respect time and value time. Time matters. As the saying goes, time and time, wait for no man. What has passed you has passed you. You can't bring it back. Be punctual at lectures. The lecturer comes to class, he has 2 hours to spend, and you see students coming 30 minutes late, 1 hour late, and they are not disturbed. The good knowledge is past. The child is now coming. And you are only coming to listen to the child. Please avoid coming to lecture late. School gatherings and many things that we do wrongly with times are very, very difficult mistakes to correct. For instance, because of this time mismanagement, you have students missing examinations. Main examination is there, you are not there. Mid-semester, then you come late. The paper is over. Even main examination, the paper is 2 hours. You see people coming 30 minutes, an hour later. Why? You can't redeem it. The exercise, the assignment, the step there that have been measured to 2 hours, you cannot come and then exercise in 1 hour or 30 minutes and do it well. That's a recipe for failure. You see? So failure to manage time properly is already a recipe for disorder, I'm telling you. Disorganization, lack of plan to study and eventually failure in class. There is time to be in class, and I want you to structure your day following this formula. Every good day, God permit, you go to class. There is the time to stay in class. After you end class, what do?
enjoy some food. There is a time, don't overeat. If you eat too much in the university, it's not good. You'll be fat, you will not be able to learn. There's a time to eat, there's a little time to rest. But in all, there is a time that you must devote to study. You must study yourself. It is good to be in class and listen to everything, but there is a time that you must go over it in yourself. And that time, you must create it. You must create in the day. Tell your neighbor, mine is 6 to 7 p.m. Another person is 7 to 8 or 8 to 9. And don't do anything any day. That 8 to 9, that 1 hour or that 2 hours, apart from your personal study. Group study is good, but your personal study cannot be taken out. You must have an hour per day minimum that you go over your own things. Because if you don't do, I tell you, the university system, nobody is going to chase you. But they can't justify the means. Nobody is going to chase you. And they will chase you in the secondary school, in the primary school. They will not do that. But the end will justify the means. The end will surely justify the means. Time to play, because it's very nice life. The social life at the university is exciting. It's very exciting to be a student. You know, you get to know a lot of people, a lot of friends, people coming from different backgrounds, and you make good time with them. It's really, really exciting. But if you are not careful, you'll be taken away by this excitement. And then you fail to focus on what is required for you. Please take note, manage your time properly. Have a time to study, a small time to pray in a day, a time to play. You can play ball, to socialize. A time to study, but very importantly, you must devote 1 hour a day for your own self-study. Tell your neighbor, 1 hour a day, self-study. Because I'm not sure whether you are hearing me, so I have to repeat more. Tell your neighbor, 1 hour self-study a day. Let me tell you about another thing, ladies and gentlemen. The university environment. The university environment emits both positive and negative. We are in Turu here. When you get out of the university, we are in, let me use that word. We are in Turu here. So, the university can provide you the finest opportunity for you to develop your talents and skills if you decide to be law-abiding and focused student. But it can also present an opportunities or unlimited freedoms which could tempt you into thinking that you are on top of the world and thereby result in negative practices like drug addiction. Unfortunately, and very unfortunately, we have had students who engage into such business. When we get to sack you, I'm being frank, because it's part of our laws, and we are the holders of the law. So we get to prove that you are playing with drugs and things like this, we ask you to go home. Gambling, prostitution. Prostitution is forbidden. Students have had to engage in such activities, unfortunately. The moment you discover it, we ask you to go home. Drunkenness, people drink unlimited. The holiday is possible. People drink alcohol unlimited, and sometimes you have to carry them. The moment we carry you and bring you like this, you wake up with your letter of bye-bye. And then we thank you for other advices. Please be careful. If you have not had the opportunity, some people, you see, they haven't had the opportunity to be outside the house, away from the parents. And sometimes the opportunity is provided first when you enter university. Because you may be from Kumasi, you may be from far here, so the parents are not there, and then you start following friendship that push you into some of these activities because the opportunity is here. After here, everything is possible. Everything I've mentioned is possible. But if you are here and that is your focus or vision, you will surely get it. But if your focus or vision is also to succeed with your education, then we are here to support you. And for this 100% support you. I therefore caution you to be extremely careful about your choices, your actions, and values in the new environment. And please note, there is nothing like absolute freedom in the university. It looks like a real freedom, but it bites you in the end. You see, there is a price that one pays for any action or inaction you take. I didn't say only action, actions and inactions. Because some people take too many actions that are wrong, and others do not just take any action. Every information you put in there, do this, do that, he's quiet. He doesn't do anything. Inactions. Inaction can get you out of university. Yeah, that's it. Inactions. The same inactions has caused a lot of people outside. I saw people traveling outside, then they got there, and to cross the immigration service, there are some information you need to type in a phone and then print a form. The notice is there and all the information is there. But the guy said that for him, he has not used this smartphone before, so he's there, he doesn't know what to do about it. And then he's there, the day is passing, the time is passing. Then he's there to evening, he starts looking for food, then he starts calling everybody. And you can get yourself in a serious mess by inactions. There is nothing human being cannot do unless he's not decided to do. Just ask for help. Inactions. Now, I want to pass another very important message to you. And I wish you take note of this too. This has to do with our corporate image. The corporate image of Accra Technical University. I'm glad you were told that we started in 1949 and we are now 75 years. This year, we shall celebrate our 75th anniversary. It's a year-long event full of activities. We shall be here and there, we shall be in the news, you shall participate. But I can tell you, is anybody 75 years here? I'm not sure. I'm not sure you are 75 years. Are you? So it is not too good for the stay you will be here. Perhaps 2 years for those doing diploma, 3 years, those doing HND, B10, 4 years. 4 years in 75. Even by then, you'll be 79 if you can't graduate. 4 out of 79. Then you manage at all costs after we have admitted you to destroy the image of this institution before you go in the 4 years. If you manage to do that, then you clap for yourself. You know, it's very easy to destroy this. You know how you can destroy? Social media. We live in this digital era where the social media technology has become pervasive. Check that one, pervasive. There is a proliferation of social media handles that allow information to flow at a very fast rate. Maybe, let me say a very big mistake here, and before even I get there, you can capture it in a short video, and then the acting BC today, I tell you, when he was speaking, he said this, and it's all over. Before you know, he's even in Ghana. It's not just in the confinement of this institution. Then how is this information perceived outside? That Accra Technical University, that's the image. They won't talk about me again. Accra Technical University is in the best for doing this, for doing that, for doing this. This is a very dangerous thing. We deem it a very serious offense that students capture lecturers in classroom. And I tell you, there is a case like this we are dealing with. Or capture any situation that so satisfy, that desire, that negative desire to destroy, a picture or something and begin to advertise and market this on social media for the purpose of destroying the image of the institution. We are begging him, 75 years. Let's pass the vote. If anything, let's make it better and never make it worse. Tell your neighbor, never make it worse. You are not telling your neighbor. You see, you are not telling your neighbor. Tell your neighbor, never make it worse. Make it better. Make it better. That's a very important information. This also, I also want to emphasize on the fact that we have channels of communication. We are human beings. In the human society, you may have grievances. And it's right that you get opportunity to channel some of your challenges. I want to let you know that the first point of contact, the student belongs to the department. You belong to the department. Academically, should you have a challenge, address your head of department. At the department, which you must find and know the physical location of your department today, there is a head and there is an administrative staff. All of them will attend to your issue. There are other issues that pertain to your welfare. You need to contact the Dean of Student, Mr. Martin Amwama, introduction first. He is the head and father of all students. There are matters you must channel through the Student Representative Council, and there are other matters that will make you move out of all these jurisdictions. For instance, issues of transcript, issues of attestation can make you go to the Directorate of Academic Affairs, and they work directly with the Registrar. They will speak to you today, and many issues of the sort. There is ICT support service that will support you when you are having challenges with internet and the rest. Please use the right communication channel to solve your problem. Again, I like to emphasize on your responsibilities towards the university properties and environment. Have you visited other university before coming here? Some people came and say, when you went to, in fact, I will not say this, because this man, the camera is on me, so I won't say this one. You see, the university environment has to be kept. The university environment has to be kept. And it comes from you. For me, it does not matter how many we are. It matters how conscious we are. And we can keep things clean. And you see, we misuse things. And it turns into disaster for us. For instance, imagine the number we are. Our 20,000 students. We are all in class. So we have chairs and tables. Then you pull the chairs anyhow out of the room. And when you see sometimes people outside, they are standing on the chairs. Some are jumping. The lowest bench are there, and they use the chairs that are very fragile. Then they stand on them. The way you will use them if you buy them yourself. And we get surprised when these chairs and tables get damaged quickly, in no time. The university invests a lot of money in painting the structures. I was shocked when we actually inaugurated the building behind us. After the building was well painted and it was neat and nice, we opened it in less than a week. People voluntarily, deliberately, went there, put their legs on the fence just to litter the place. Is that fair? What you not do to others, don't do it yourself, don't do it to others. You make it difficult to maintain a neat and clean environment. But I tell you, management is decided to do the best we can to make sure this environment is clean, neat, tidy, interesting to everybody. We want to call upon you to be a change maker. And as you tell down there, if you get somebody doing the wrong thing, call him to order. And don't do the wrong thing yourself. We have dustbin all over. Why should we throw? You go outside there, you buy things, then we throw rubbers and everything on the university campus anyway, as if you don't have dustbin on the campus. Is that fair? Of course, you have cleaners that will clean. But they can clean, I tell you, every hour. If you continue littering the place at that same speed, the place will still look dirty. That is the challenge. Similarly, why do we engage in heavy noise? You see, the university is a serene environment to promote learning. Learning, okay? Acquisition of what? Skill and knowledge. Now, when you come and he's here, you want to play the shatawari. You want to play very loud for everybody to hear before they know that they are students. I tell you, that is not how you exercise the studentship. I said it's a freedom that is misguided. When you get into something like this, it has to be guided on the right path. Nobody said don't listen to music. You can listen to music in your room, in your confinement. You can even put an earpiece in your ear. But why do you want to make heavy noise? To the extent that it becomes so difficult for others to undertake their study at the same time. When you are making noise here, people having lectures around you are unable to even attend class. Because as I'm speaking or the lecturer is speaking, they're only hearing the song you are playing and the noise you are making. Let us try. I say let us try as much as possible to curtail the issue of noise, the issue of making dirty the environment, the issue of caring for our gadgets, the issue of misusing, our tools for lectures. Let us minimize the issue of theft. If you know somebody doing wrong, report the person. There are CCTV cameras all over. However, human being is smarter than everything. So changing the mind is always better than counting too much on all this. So I hope you are taking notes. Or should I ask questions? What did you take about the environment now? The church, so I can see some places and I will not forget you. Yes, I've seen some places and I will not forget you. And so the chairs, the table, dragging them anyhow, misusing them anyhow will not help us. The noise, the littering in classroom, even on the forecourt, anywhere. Please let's put some discipline. How we care for the structures of the university, the paint. Please, if somebody is doing the wrong thing, call him to order. It's all our property. We must care for them. Let's talk now about another thing again. I know my speech is short, so it's almost over. Let's talk about academic excellence. Academic excellence. Dear students, ATU places premium on the quality of graduates who pass through our gates and therefore attaches seriousness to the examination and assessment system so as to gain both national and international academic acceptability and integrity. The reason why you see that we now have partnership from institutions from even America, from China, and even in UK, I want to support your education so that when you finish, you can continue there because of the integrity that we keep in running, our academic affairs. So in light of this fact, the university does not compromise on any form of academic dishonesty. We don't. Freshmen and women who will be found to have gained admission through fraudulent means will be dismissed in due course immediately. Again, any student who willfully breaks the university regulation will be dealt with accordingly, according to our laws. And I advise you to have a look at the student handbook. To help students avoid pitfalls, please have a look at the student handbook. Constantly monitor information on the notice board, the bulletins, and familiarize yourself with the statute and the regulation concerning the do's and don'ts of the university. Know that while the authorities do not take delight in infringing solos on any student, we don't take delight in that. We want you to be fine. However, not allow the flouting of regulations with the impurity. The rules are strict and they apply. And this is what happened to that gentleman. He traveled here, the father gave him money, then he found himself in the United States of America, and he thinks the university are like here. Then he go to class, the person talks a little, he's gone. Next time come, this guy is just drinking. There is good music, he's playing the music, people are walking on the street, he's walking on the street. He doesn't see, he doesn't read notice, he comes to examination time, then he taps his name, and then the information can be expelled. You are addicted, you are sacked. Why? Because you fail to do ABC. You must register. When you register, you have access to what we call the learning management system. In the learning management system, you see the lecturer comes to talk a little. Even sometimes he comes in class and he talks about naturals. But he asks you, do you have any question on the content? And the content is already on the LMS. The PowerPoint is there and it's loaded. The assignments are loaded. And you have a deadline to respond to them. And this student has never thought of anything like that. So you failed 3 of the assignment and already you are disqualified to write the final exam. He was disqualified throughout. He never knew until he get to the last day. Then they began to attend to him and then expelled from the school everywhere. Do you know we have similar system now in Accra Technical University? Do you know we run on learning management system? And there we put again course content, course assignment, duties that you have.
So I'll be fast about it so that you can go and have some lunch. Good afternoon once again. My name is Diana Nyako and I'm representing my director, Mr. Prosper Agume, from the Industrial Liaison Directorate. I'm here to talk to you about attachment or intention. I'd like to find out how many of you have heard that word before. Raise your hands if you've heard it. You haven't heard it at all. Okay. Some of you have heard it. Okay, so the directorate is responsible for providing attachment for all the students, level 100, level 200, HND students, and then BTech students as well. It is compulsory because without the attachment, you cannot graduate. Please, have you heard about that? Without attachment, if you miss this, you cannot graduate. So it's very, very important you do it whilst you are in ATU. So with attachment, we have two methods. That is the industrial attachment itself, where students are given the opportunity to go into industries to put into practice what they have learned in class. We also have another method, that is industrial visit, where your class, let's say an ACIM class, you want to visit maybe a hotel to find out more about the course or a subject that you are treating in class. So these are the two methods. We also have attachment models. That is the regular attachment and then the virtual. The regular attachment has to do with a student looking for a placement. Let's say an organization where you have to do your attachment for, let's say, a period of 4 weeks or 6 weeks. Then we have the virtual internship. That's the VIP. Students who cannot get a place to do the attachment, you have the chance to do it on campus, but at a fee. There is no free lunch. So last year, students paid 120 Ghana cedis, and they have industry experts coming in to take them through the attachment. At the end of it all, they were given certificates. So with the regular attachment, the Industrial Liaison Directorate also searches for places or vacancies in industries to help students. But if the student has a place that he or she would like to do the attachment, you can register on iCampus, and then we will place you and get you a supervisor who will come and supervise you. But in an event you don't have a place, you have to get in touch with the liaison directory so that we can assist you. Because if you don't do the attachment, you cannot graduate. It's very, very important. We have students who have completed level 300 and they still can't graduate. So it's very important. I'd like to show you our location. I hope you all know Access Bank. Have you paid your school fees? So you know Access Bank. You know the pharmacy. Our offices is on top of the bank and then the pharmacy. The main secretariat is room 109. When you come there, you see me, my beautiful face, and another staff there. We have other offices, that's room 106 and then room 110. So thank you so much for paying attention to me. Also, I hope you have your course reps or you haven't gotten one yet. Okay, so if you form your groups, your course reps, we will create a platform for you so that we'll paste all information on attachment for you. And then we'll be coming to your classrooms also to help you answer questions on attachment. Thank you so much.
Okay, good afternoon once again. As I started, the exam office, we administer all semester examinations for all programs here on campus. We also administer mid-semester and receipt exams. So please make it a point not to have receipt. And should you have any receipt paper, please do well and write it. Don't file it, please. We beg you. We also, for every program coordinator, we liaise with program coordinators as well. If you have any issue concerning your exam, please get to your department and then talk to your program coordinator. And we also have exam officers at the faculty. If you don't get to your program coordinator or your HOD, please make sure you see your faculty exam officer. And then the core mandates of the exam office. We collect and print the university exam questions. We assist the preparation of exam timetables. We allocate examination halls. We ensure timely distribution of students' examination scripts to course lecturers for marking. We keep custody of examination materials, that's answer booklets, question papers, and etc., and maintain examinations attendance registry. A provisional timetable is always released before final timetable. Please take note of this. Provisional, that is the first timetable that comes out. Don't be mistaken to use the provisional timetable as the final timetable. Most people use that, and then at the end they find themselves wanting. So please make it a point to look at the heading and then don't make a mistake and miss your papers. Students are also to make suggestions to the various examination officers concerning omissions and clashes about your papers. If you don't see it in the exam timetable, please do well and alert your department officers. And then final exam timetable is released 2 weeks. 2 weeks before time. Please take note of that as well. The exam attracts 60% of total marks. Registration for the course is mandatory before a student can write. And I believe the Academic Affairs Director and ICT have already stated that. Only registration guarantees a student's right to examination. If you haven't paid your fees, please don't make attempts. Seat numbers are given to candidates who are eligible to take the exam. You won't have any seat number if you haven't paid your fees. Please. A set of rules govern the examination. These rules, fashioned from the Criminal Code of 1960 at 29 and 30, Part 3 of Act 492 1994, are put together in the handbook for CTVET students. A student who commits an offense during examination will be required to fill a malpractice form. He or she will be invited to meet a malpractice committee to defend himself. Failure to appear before the committee attracts a punishment for the alleged offense. And take note, if you also fail to fill the malpractice form, it also attracts a punishment to that. So please. Unacceptable excuse. Reasons which may not normally be accepted as excuses for being absent from any paper at a university examination may include, but not limited to, misreading the timetable, forgetting the date or time of examination, inability to locate the examination hall, inability to rouse oneself from sleep in time for the examination, failure to find transport. All these are not acceptable. So please, do well to discipline yourself when it's time for exam and then write, because it's part of your academic. It's the most important part of your academics year. Without it, you can't graduate. Neither will you even complete. For Conditions for rewriting end of semester exams. These are medical and national assignments. Medical reasons, if you are sick or for any medical reason, if you are not able to write the papers, please, there is a process you have to go through. Get to your department, write a letter, attach your medical reports, and then it will go through the process. At the end of the day, you will be asked to come and write the papers you were not able to sit for. And also on national assignment, I believe this goes for the security people and other people who are involved in this. So please, you can't just come and say, I was sick, I was that. No, we don't take it. We deal with papers, evidence. Make sure you do that. Reset exams. A student who fails to pass an end of semester examination in a course is provided an opportunity to clear himself. This opportunity comes only once in a year. Papers for the 2 semesters will be written during the period. Should a student have 2 or more papers clashing, the student will be quarantined to write all the papers or courses in question. Currently, the cost of registration for research is 80 cedis per course. Research may bring down a student's GPA and should be avoided if possible. A student is graded using the cumulative grade point average. A student who obtains CGPA less than 1.5 at the end of the year has failed and will be withdrawn from the university. The highest CGPA that a student can obtain is 5.0. So the CGPA, which is cumulative grade point average, can be calculated as the numerical equivalent credit for a course grade point. The grade point for a course is constant. That's 3 credit hours. It's constant, and the lowest is 1. The numerical equivalent is a number assigned to a range of raw mass, as shown here. So the numerical equivalent is the 5.0, 4.5, and then the range is what you see there. In your calculation, to calculate it, you take the product of the numerical equivalent and the credit hours. That's if you have maybe 8 and it's equivalent to 5, you multiply by the credit hours and then you divide by your credit hours. I hope you understand. When you get to your departmental basis, they will explain that. You require minimum CGPA 1.5 to progress. If you obtain CGPA of less than 1.0 at the end of the first year after research withdrawal, CGPA between 1.0 to 1.5 at the end of the year after research shall be repeated. Failing more than 4 after research with less than 1.5 CGPA is withdrawal. The examinations department exists to assist you to complete your program successfully, to make sure you also play your part. Please abide by all rules and regulations. Thank you very much and enjoy your stay.
Hello. Good afternoon. I'm standing on the existing protocol to present on behalf of Quality Assurance and Academic Planning Directorates. Quality Assurance and Academic Planning Directorate. we have a director, and I'm representing him for the directorate. The director's name is Dr. Henry Kojo Akun. The directorate is made up of 3 main departments. We have the planning department, we have the quality assurance department, and then we have the accreditation and affiliation departments. All these departments, we have heads there. In fact, it is the work of this directorate that has made it possible for you to be here. Why am I saying that? If the school is not accredited, you wouldn't find yourself here. If the programs that we are running by the institution is not accredited, you wouldn't find yourself here. So you realize that the directorate is key to the running of the institution, and also to help you to get a course to come and do that will put money in your hands, because we do hands-on programs. So what is the main purpose of the directorate? I've said one, we do accreditation. We assist the institution to do the accreditation for the institution and for all the programs that we have in the institution. So we ensure that services provided in the university are of highest quality. So if we don't have all the facilities, we don't have the human resource, we don't have all other things that goes with the various programs that we have here, you wouldn't be here. So we ensure that the institution puts in place all these things so that when we go to GTEC, that is Ghana Tertiary Education Commission, to seek for accreditation, will be granted, and you will also have the privilege to come into this great institution to come and learn. So that is about the quality and the fit for purpose. We also provide customer satisfaction and build on customer loyalty. I will later on explain that you are our customers or our clients. So we ensure or we monitor. Our work doesn't end only when we get accreditation for the institution and the programs. We ensure that whatever that has put in the accreditation document, we implement it here, so that at the end of your course, you will go out with a certificate that will enable you to secure a job or establish your own job. So we also apply appropriate quality check within the university prior to external scrutiny. The external scrutiny is what I talked of, where the GTEC people will come here to look at our various programs, our facilities, whether it is fit for purpose to run the various programs. We also build on institutional core strengths as a center of excellence of high quality teaching and learning, research and community services. These 3 things are the core activities of every university, including Accra Technical University. So we monitor and we try to ensure that the school goes by it. We also promote relevant innovation and cutting edge technology, leadership, development, and an enterprise culture to enhance the delivery of value to its customers and stakeholders. I believe I've touched on that. We look at the governing institutions' operation by the highest level of integrity, truth, openness, fairness, underpinned by a reward and recognition system. that is performance driven. So the government, we have just mentioned the GTEC, Ghana Tertiary Educational Commission. We work with them so that the school will always be accredited, the programs will be accredited, so that you will be able to come in to read our various programs. So how do we do that? We conduct student assessment of lectures and courses. That is, like I said, that we don't only help in getting accreditation and then we end our work, but we go on to ensure that you are taught well, you are assessed well, and you have the best quality lecturers to handle you for all your programs. And we also give students the opportunity to give us feedback, and that is what we do by allowing you to assess your lecturers and the courses. We do that getting to the tail end of the semester. It is now online, so we activate it and we allow all students to give us feedback on your interaction with your lecturers during the semester. We do that on a semester basis. And then we also monitor the program that is going on. I have some of my staff around, looking around, trying to monitor what is going on, how we can improve it, and the like. We monitor examinations, we monitor lectures, all in a bid to make sure that you get value for whatever that you applied for to do in this institution. We have our planning department also there, which helps us in allocation of classrooms and program lectures for us. So they also do that on behalf of quality assurance and academic planning directors. We don't end our work there. After you have written exams, we go to the department, get the scripts. After lecturers have marked it, we look through it to ensure that you deserve the marks that they have given to you. So we check the marks they've given you vis-a-vis their marking scheme, whether you have been given the right marks. We don't want anybody to disenfranchise anyone. So we do that to check that the right thing is done. We also try to orient. We meet students, we have students forum, we get their challenges, we seek their mind on certain things. As the saying goes, that wisdom is not in the head of one person. So as we meet, we get students suggestions, challenges, and other things.